Hi, Gemini. So, September must have been a pretty turbulent month for you because I had a ton of views. And whenever that happens, it seems to be because something's going on and you're looking for answers. So, I am going to do the October reading here. I am Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot, and I really appreciate you stopping by. And let's see if we can figure out what October's going to look like. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 to 5 tarot cards down, try to get a read for the energy, and then I'll do clarifiers whether it feels like it's love related or career related or whatever related it is. I just never know where it's going to take me. So let's see if I can be as on target in October as I was in September. And again, this may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, don't feel bad. Maybe next month's will. And if it does resonate, I hope you leave me a message or a like or something to let me know what you thought. All right, so Gemini, I need cards for overall energy for the month of October. I'm going to take that one because it wanted to come out. All right. Geminis must not have much to say this month. That's funny because Aries was flying out all over the place. Falling on the floor, falling on the table. There's 2. We'll take those. I'm going to take that one. And Gemini, one more for Gemini. There we go. All right. Well, okay. That didn't look bad. So the first one is the Knight of Cups. Okay. Someone's emotions, someone's holding their emotions in. Knight of Cups in the upright would be someone is coming fast with emotions, but in this case it's in the reverse position, so it just looks like somebody's holding their thoughts in and it doesn't feel like it's going any place very fast. This one is the 4 of Swords, which someone is stressing out about their thoughts, and if someone's holding their emotions in, the first thing that I'm thinking, go back to that first one, these 2 together, I feel like someone needs to have a really good cry. And I feel like they're holding it in and they're doing everything they can in not to have a meltdown. But what they really need to do is have a meltdown, because the longer you keep that energy in, the longer it's just a problem. So it's, I have a good girlfriend that I can call when I feel like I need to have a good cry, and I can get her on the phone and she can say what's wrong and I can immediately have a meltdown. Sometimes you need to have those. And I feel like that's what's going on with Gemini this month, is something's bothering them emotionally, and they're trying to hold it in, and they don't need to. They need to get it out of their system so they can feel better, purge, do whatever. Whatever, if it's anxiety that's stressing you out, or you're sad about something, maybe you're grieving about something, and you've just been trying to hold everything in because you've got to work and you've got kids, or whatever the case is. And what you really would like to have to do is 2 or 3 days of where you don't have to do anything or go any place, and you can just bawl your head off. That's what you need to do. Okay, so 5 of Swords in the upright position. Okay, let's see. Not in the upright, in the reverse position. Let me think here. Okay. This guy looks like he thinks he's won something in the upright, but in the reverse position, keys. I'm going to have to do a clarifier on that because that one doesn't make sense to me with the other two. So let's keep going. And the Justice card, okay, so this is something to do with some sort of a court thing. And it was in the reverse position. So you are waiting on, I feel like you're waiting on something from some sort of a court case, and it's just taken forever. Maybe that's what's got you stressed out and making you feel like you need to cry, is because it's just been dragging out. Maybe it's a divorce. Maybe that's what you're waiting on, and so you can move on, and it's just been going on and on and on forever. That's what that feels like. Let's see. If that was that card, the Five of Swords, thoughts, negative thoughts. Maybe it's just a bunch of negative thoughts that you need to get out, and it has to do with this Justice card, this court case. You're starting to get really pissed because you haven't heard anything. It hasn't gone any place, and I don't feel like it's happened yet. It's in the process. It's coming. It's just taking way, way, way longer than it should have, and you can't move on to your next phase until that is finished and over. I actually have 6 cards here. I didn't realize. So Ace of Cups, that would be your happy ending with your emotions. So at the end of the month, things are going to be looking a lot better. So whatever you're holding on to now is going to come to fruition. But the Five of Cups was in here, and it feels like that doesn't necessarily solve all your problems. Okay, so that's what that feels like. You think that this court case that is going to happen, and when you get the answers to that, it's kind of like all of your woes are over. Maybe it's a settlement for money. Maybe it's a divorce. You think that court case or that contract or whatever this justice thing that is coming is the thing that's going to give you the Ace of Cups. And it's like, oh, happy day. Everything's going to be perfect from there on. But what ends up happening is, no, you still have a battle within your head, within your life, within your work. I mean, everything is not solved like you thought it was going to be. So I hate to disappoint you there, but it's not as great as you think it's going to be. Okay, so if this is not romance related, what would this be related to? Is this work? No, it doesn't feel like it's work. It does not feel like it's love. It does not feel like it's work. It feels like it is like a, I don't know, it just feels like it's a court case or something. So, okay, well, let's do some mixed emotions here and see if I can get some different answers on maybe what to do to move on or let go or whatever. And because there's a lot of emotions that's going on in this. You've got cups, thoughts, grateful. Okay, so that to me feels like some of you, what you need to be is grateful. Whatever happens in this court case that's coming, is you need to be grateful for whatever happens and the way that it happens. But instead, I feel like you are looking at it with your cup half empty, and that you're mad because you felt like you deserved more. You should have gotten more, but instead you're looking at it wrong, and you're lucky you got anything at all. And you need to be grateful for what happened instead of depressed and angry and mad about what happened. You're not doing yourself any good. I mean, the answer has already been given to you. This is what's going to happen. This is what, and it needs to be done and over right then and there, instead of you harboring any nasty feelings about, I didn't get my share, blah, 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 big damn deal. Life isn't fair. We all know that. Has it ever been fair in the past? Maybe this was your lesson in life to learn, is that you need to be grateful for what you had, and maybe that was God's way of showing you, if you'd have been more grateful, maybe it would have turned out better for you. It's all about your thought processes, baby. Desperate, frantic, out of control, and in need. Man, whatever happens during this court case or this settlement or whatever has got you in a big old not very happy. Let's take that one. And ashamed, okay. So whatever happens, it says ashamed, unworthy, disgraced, and humiliated. Wow. This feels like it's very much part of a spiritual journey, awakening. I don't want all those cards. And it was somebody's trying to show you something, and this is kind of a wake-up call. Why it didn't work out in your favor feels like it's more of a wake-up call to you, and it wasn't necessarily they were you trying to punish you. And after that, you feel discouraged, dispirited, disheartened, and deterred. These are all your negative thoughts that are causing you this grief. Nobody else's. Nobody else's thoughts. I mean, you are the only one that have control of your thoughts. So maybe this is a really good lesson of, okay, this is going to get really deep here. The 3D world that we live in right now, think about how negative everything is, how negative the news is. And your thoughts, you wake up in the morning and you either have a good day or you have a bad day, depending on how you wake up. You wake up on the right side of the bed or the wrong side of the bed. Your thoughts determine how your life is. And I feel like this is a really, really good way that someone is trying to show you that, this didn't happen to have to happen at all. You could have gotten a big fat goose egg, period. And instead of looking at the positive of like, oh my God, thank God I made $30,000 and you wanted $100,000, so you're pissed because you didn't make $100,000 from this lawsuit or whatever thing that's going on. You just need to learn to be happy with what is given to you instead of looking at it so negatively. I guess that's what I'm trying to say here is your thoughts create your reality, and your negative thoughts right now are creating a very bad thing for you when you just need to flip your switch and you could be thinking much happier. Oh, I'm so grateful that this has happened, and I'm so grateful I got that. I didn't have anything before, and now I've got this, instead of looking at what you didn't get. That's what this whole thing feels like to me, is a lesson in being grateful versus ungrateful, which apparently you have been in the past. So I'm going to do some light, work your light oracle cards, and see if your guides or your past loved ones or your higher self or oversoul has any guidance that they would like for you to think about. I feel like there's something else I need to be telling you about. Wayne Dyer was always one of my favorite guys to listen to in helping change dark thoughts into positive thoughts. And basically that negative thinking comes from childhood. Parents were always like, you can't do that. And, anytime you had a big, bright, brilliant idea, they were always the first one there to squash it. And so you kind of picked up those negative thoughts as you got older and got away from it. And it could be that you also hang out with people that are really super negative. So you've got friends out there that are right there along with you going, yeah, you got screwed in this whole thing. And you know what? You're hanging out with the wrong people if that's what's going on, is you need to work on your vibrations, I feel like, in October, is you need to quit feeling sorry for yourself and be grateful for what you have, because that's just your own damn fault for looking at things bad instead of good. I feel like all I'm going to keep saying is the same thing, but that's what's coming. So that card right there really wanted to come out. Let's see what else. Okay, I'll take all of those. All right, let's see what we got here. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I feel like in this case, you are surrounded by a lot of people that are negative thinkers, and you are dimming your light because you are trying to match their vibration. Because if you were to say, you know what, I'm just really happy I got anything at all, they would all be like trying to pull you back down into that negative, oh, you should be mad this didn't happen or whatever. And I feel like you dim your light. Maybe you would be more positive if you didn't hang around with these negative people. The next one says, where are you being called to journey to? I feel like you're being called to journey to your next level. Is you've been given an opportunity to make something better with your life, and it is up to you and only you to take that step forward in order to go to a better place, a different place in your life. And this one says, mirror, who or what is triggering you? Something came up in the emotions. I feel like this whole, whatever happened, whatever, you took personal offense, and it was like, because you didn't get more, it was like you turned it around and you personally took offense, like, and it triggered you to feeling like you weren't good enough. If they'd have thought more of me, they would have given me more. And you took it personally, and it was like you didn't, what am I trying to say? Your self-worth came into this, and you feeling less than, and all you did was be like, you were like telling yourself, see, I was right. Nobody appreciates me, and nobody thinks I'm wonderful. Even I don't think I'm wonderful, because this is what happened in the end. And that whole thing, part of the reason you got so mad and depressed and angry and everything was because you took, it was like they placed value on you that you felt for yourself, which was not much. And they just confirmed that. I know I know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So that also goes along with this, is like, this feels like it's happening as kind of a step in the spiritual journey for you to recognize that this wasn't being done to you to make you feel bad about yourself. You felt bad about yourself already, and you took everything personally by what happened. If that person had thought more of me, they would have given me more, and so you, like, instead of being grateful for what happened, you took personal offense to it. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever. Anyway, hopefully this makes sense. I'm sorry you guys are going through that. But again, you need to just change the way you're looking at it and be grateful for what you're getting instead of mad that you're not getting more, because until you are more grateful, good things aren't going to come in. I mean, you're just going to continue getting more less than things until you kind of find your way and find your way to be more grateful about stuff. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. I feel like I didn't quite get out what I wanted to say, but hopefully you got the gist. Anyway, I hope you have a better October, and I'll see you mid-month. Bye.